Frontline World. Stories from a small planet.
It feels extraterrestrial, this wind-scoured place. It's a land of sheep and steam. Iceland is out there on its own, a volcanic island in the middle of the North Atlantic, just below the Arctic Circle. Not many people live here, just 300,000 in the whole country. I came to Iceland to find out how it is that this remote island is making some of the most innovative pop music in the world.
I'm the hunter. I'm the hunter.
Björk is Iceland's best-known musical export.
I'm the hunter.
In the wake of Björk's success, scores of pop bands have emerged from Iceland, and some of them are really avant-garde. One of Iceland's most intriguing new bands is a group called the Apparat Organ Quartet.
Welcome.
Today I'm covering the release of Apparat's debut CD.
The members of the Apparat Organ Quartet, Sighvatur, Hörður.
They're known almost as much for their deadpan humor as they are for audio experimentation.
Organ Quartet.
Rock and roll, stereo, rock and roll, give me rock and roll, stereo, rock and roll, stereo, rock and roll, give me rock and roll in stereo.
Apparat was just one of the acts I caught at the 2002 Iceland Airways Festival. Northern European rock is hot these days, and the music business is paying special attention to Iceland. The festival is a chance for dozens of local bands to promote their homemade CDs.
Are you from Reykjavik? Yeah. And the band is called Hudson Wayne, and they've packaged this as one of the old school floppy disks. Very clever, I like it.
Every style of artist from Iceland's music scene is here. Electronica heads, DJs, garage bands, alternative country, even heavy metal.
I'm a drummer in a metal band called Changer. We have a pre-production demo here and a CD. We're trying to get out of this country. It's not very good for metal here, but we're trying.
Which one is this?
Vodka and honey.
Vodka and honey. Let's go.
Icelanders like to make music, and they also like a drink or two.
Ooh, that warms the cockles of your heart.
There is something about Iceland's long, cold nights and stark nature. It's an austere beauty that Iceland's best bands seem to capture. The group Sigur Rós headlined the Iceland Airways Festival in 2001. They've also made top 10 lists of many rock critics around the world. Maybe the best part of the three-day festival was seeing Icelandic artists I don't hear much about in America. The showcases are held in dozens of bars and nightclubs in downtown Reykjavik.
All right, this is going to be really loud.
You can't see everything, but you can run yourself ragged till the wee hours of the morning trying. This was particularly strange. This guy is a sonic artist who works off a laptop, performing in sound and light. The crowd listened attentively, but I couldn't take it for more than 5 minutes. And now Trabant, a band that's named after a now defunct plastic East German automobile. Their political satire reminded me of John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band. I heard the full panorama of Icelandic music crawling through all those Reykjavik pubs. I was still curious, though, about that group Apparat, the 4 guys who play space travel music on old organs. I went to their sound check at Reykjavik's Madison Square Garden, the 3,000-seat Laugardis Hall. Apparat is the Icelandic diminutive for machine, and the band is seriously into its machines. Wow, what a classic piece of gear.
It's nice, it's nice.
About what year is it, 61, 62? Johan Johansson is kind of the philosopher of the group.
Something that we share, all of Apparat, is this fondness, the fallibility of machines, you know. The idea that the fault or the imperfection can be interesting, you know. But that's maybe the unifying thing about Apparat.
In concert, Apparat's senior member Herder Bragason shows off his dance moves. On Sundays, he plays to a different crowd. Herder is one of Iceland's leading church organists, and here he's playing for Lutheran services at a retirement home. These guys are pretty weird, in a good way. Johan invites me over to his studio.
This is the place where I work, basically. It's my sort of space. Right. It's a mess.
Apparat advocates salvaging and recycling instruments, using every available part, like the way Icelanders treat sheep.
The Icelanders have used every part of the sheep, you know, and when you kill a sheep, you know, you use the fleece, you know, for clothes, and you use intestines for fuel or whatever, and you know, we even eat the head, you know, and the brains. We're very interested in experimental music, and that's our main interest, electronic and experimental music, but we don't feel that necessarily has to be a fringe thing. You know, like, for example, the thing we did at the supermarket. We decided to ask the biggest chain of supermarkets if we could provide the music for their store for one day.
It's a brilliant concept. With their music blasting over the supermarket loudspeakers, Apparat served drinks to puzzled shoppers and handed out questionnaires. It's the kind of performance art that Johan hopes will keep Icelandic music fresh and unpredictable.
There's the sense now that anything is possible, you know, and people are very sort of excited about trying new things.
Icelandic musicians have taken American rock and revolutionized it with their own subarctic touch. This experimental sound is adding an invigorating sparkle to pop music that's been missing for far too long.
There's more of the world to explore on our website. Discuss the world and tell us what you think of our stories from a small planet at pbs.org.